minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this morning. You know, we're counting down to the end of the year, counting down until Christmas, and the real countdown, well, not the real one necessarily. They're all real. But the closest one is tomorrow. Tomorrow, December 15th, is the deadline for open enrollment for HealthCare.gov. Kevin Counihan is on the phone. He is the Director and Chief Executive Officer for the Marketplace. And let's talk about this because I'm confused. I'm not really sure if I understand how this works, and I'm guessing I'm not alone, although that wouldn't be the first time if I was alone in being confused. Kevin Counihan, good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning, Larry.
Where are you calling from?
Philadelphia.
Thank you for getting up to speak to us this morning. Let me ask you this. The one thing I think is most confusing for people is this. They say they hear tomorrow's the deadline, and they say, oh, no problem, I already signed up last year. Do you have to sign up every year?
So the basic advice that we can give, Larry, to people like this is it's like any other consumer product, meaning that we really recommend that whether people are brand new to getting insurance or you have an existing plan, that they come back to HealthCare.gov and they shop and compare. Because if you look at the state of Florida, for example, we've got 10 brand name insurance companies on the shelf offering an average of 52 plans. So whether it's an individual or whether someone bought family coverage, you've got a marketplace where people are trying to compete for your business. And that means that good deals can be found. And returning customers, people that come back and shop their old plan versus a potential new plan, find that on average that they can save $50 a month or about $600 a year if they come back and shop.
Is that right?
So we strongly recommend they come back and shop.
Okay, so now just clarify this for me. Is the health care marketplace, is that only for those people who are taking advantage of the subsidized health care?
Obamacare, right?
Yeah, Obamacare, yeah.
It's not. It's available for anybody. What we find is that roughly 80% are eligible for financial assistance. And financial assistance is only available through HealthCare.gov. So it's open to anybody under 65. 65-year-olds and above, as you know, are Medicare eligible. So anybody can shop on it. And we've got people with all different kinds of income levels that have shopped. But the subsidies, which again, 80% of Floridians are eligible for, that's only available at HealthCare.gov.
Okay. Is it possible that we have listeners who think they're not eligible because maybe they think they make too much, but maybe they're wrong? Is that possible?
I think it is possible. Again, you know, you can't say for sure, right? But just to give you a data point, that individuals that make just over $47,000 are eligible for a subsidy. A family of four that makes up to, say, $94,400 and change, they're eligible for subsidies. So it really behooves people just to go to HealthCare.gov. You simply need to put in 4 bits of information, which is their age, zip code, household income, and family size. And in real time, the system will calculate what plans are available in their zip code and what financial assistance is available.
And when you're talking about plans, you're talking about the cost of the monthly premium, but that monthly premium is in conjunction with whatever the deductible amount is. So then maybe the person that pays the lowest premium, you know, after all of those credits might be $75 a month, but their deductible might be $5,000.
Well, all those things are available by going to the website. And that's why I think, to your point, Robin, that, you know, there's no one-size-fits-all for people. People have different needs based on their own individual circumstance, their family circumstance. That's why it really behooves people to either get on the website, see the plans that are available. They can also call our call center with questions at 800-318-2596. And we've got roughly 13,000 call center agents nationally that are able to answer people's questions. It's free and confidential. The third is that some folks really like to have individual conversations with somebody in person.
Right.
And that's also available by going to localhelp.healthcare.gov. And an individual needs only to put in a zip code, and they can find a listing of enrollment assisters in their area that could help them personally.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
I love what you just said, and here's why. Because as a radio station, you probably know this, that we get calls from people always asking for information. And let me tell you, it runs the gamut from who's Madonna married to something really important.
Right.
Okay. And one of the things that happens every time there's a health-related topic, such as this one, there's a certain, maybe 10 years ago, this number was much greater. But now you still have people who say, I don't go online. I don't know how to go online. I don't have any children online. I don't even know how to do the thing at the library. Can you give me somebody I can speak to in person? And then what I usually do, or Robin does, we go to a website like the one you just said, and we will do it for them. So for the listeners, again, if you're one of those people who you don't want to use the 800 number, you don't know anything about .coms, and you want to find out where you can sit across the desk from somebody, if you have somebody, go to the website, localhelp.healthcare.gov.
That's right.
Or call us. I have no problem sitting with you on the phone and going to that website and looking for one for you. So just thought I'd throw that out there.
Nice offer.
Larry and Robin, I just first want to thank you for, making that extra effort for your listeners, whether it's about health insurance or anything else. That's a really wonderful service that you guys provide. That's really terrific. People find buying health insurance intimidating and complicated and expensive. And what we're trying to do, you can't change a whole industry, right? But you try to make it as easy and simple as possible.
Right.
We find that on average, people can get through the shopping and enrollment process on average in less than 45 minutes. They can do it over the phone with the call center. That's the 800-318-2596. And to your point, there are many folks who like to sit across the table with somebody and say, let me explain my personal situation. Can you help me?
Yeah. And let me just, because you said personal situation, if the personal situation involves having children, maybe you have an in-law living with you, it's a complex, maybe family setting, could you help? Could that person be helped with? And I'm trying to maybe something even really awkward, like maybe two children live with you who aren't really related to you, but somehow maybe the brother lost their children, they died or something, and there's children living in the house. Are they all possibly covered?
Yeah, there's all kinds of potentially complicating circumstances, right? So, for example, you could have in the same family, you could have some members of the family eligible for Medicaid. You could have some members of the family eligible for a CHIP program, a child and health insurance. Others people eligible for a qualified plan on the marketplace. All those things are potentially possible. And that's why it's important for people to know that they've got either telephonic assistance through the call center or go to that local help.healthcare.gov and get personal assistance. I think one of the points we're trying to make today is that in order to get coverage for January 1st, and also to avoid a potential tax penalty, people should enroll as soon as possible.
Yeah, because tomorrow's the deadline.
Tomorrow's the deadline, so if they don't enroll by tomorrow, then they're going to have a tax penalty after tomorrow.
Well, what would happen is that if they enroll after tomorrow, their coverage can be effective February 1st, but they potentially could have 1 month of a tax penalty.
Oh, okay.
They could afford to have, yeah. So it's not like they'd have the whole year's worth. They'd have 1 month, 1/12 penalty, 1 month. But, why pay for something if you don't need to?
Absolutely, yeah. And it's midnight tomorrow night, not midnight tonight, right? The deadline?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Well, this is really good information, Kevin. You delivered it in a very short, succinct time. What we've done is recorded this whole conversation. And for the listeners, you want to share this with somebody or just review it yourself or get the numbers off of the recording. These recordings will be on Facebook, our WOCA Facebook page by 2 today. And they'll also be up on the YouTube channel as well, if you prefer that one. Kevin Counihan, thank you for what you're doing. Good job.
Thank you so much for all your help and having us on the show today.
Good stuff. We'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
Bob's News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. New questions cropping up in the San Bernardino attack investigation. They concern the fiancé visa screening process involving Tashin Malik, one of those accused in the attacks.
According to the reporting of the New York Times over the weekend, prior to being given that visa, she had posted several times on social media about her support for jihad and about wanting to be a part of jihad.
Fox's Jonathan Hunt in San Bernardino. Flooding, power outages, and property damage. The story of much of North Texas after severe weekend storms.